Today we will discuss about homeostasis of the immune cells. So this homeostasis of the immune cells is important within the human beings or within the host in order to prevent the overactivations of the immune cells, or once the immune cells are activated and they disarm the foreign particles, afterwards those activated immune cells needs to be reduced or moved back to their normal state. So this phenomena is important or exist within the healthy patient. So we will understand this concept using IL-2, as IL-2 is cytokines is necessary for the activations of the immune cells. So the cells that are shown on the top half of the figure is the effector T cells, is the effector T cells, or we can see that these cells helps in killing the harmful particles that are recognized by the body. And the bottom half of the cells is the suppressing immune cells. Its job is to suppress the activated immune cells. So you will understand how this thing works. So once the IL-2 cytokines are present, it will interact with these T cell receptors, and not just IL-2 cytokines or other factors. When they interact with these T cell receptors of the effector T cells, it will cause the activations of the T cells. So other factors could be the interactions of the antigen presenting cells with these T cell receptors that will provide the antigen informations of the tumors or the foreign particles that are recognized by the immune system of the host as a harmful things to the host. So in that case, it will cause the activations of the T cells, and it will leads to the formation of effector T cells. So once these activated T cells, once the T cells are activated, they will release some cytokines. At the same time, it will also produce these IL-2 cytokines. These IL-2 which are produced, it has dual role. First one, that it will interact with the other immune cells to activate the T cells, and other thing is that this IL-2 will also interact with this regulatory T cells. Regulatory T cells, in terms of the receptors, these T cells has the CD25 positive and CD4 positive biomarkers. So these are commonly called as the regulatory T cells. And the difference between these regulatory T cells, apart from these cell surface receptors, is that the receptors that are IL-2 receptors that are expressed on these regulatory T cells has high affinity towards IL-2 compared to the effector T cells. So one way that it will suppress this further activation of the T cells is that the IL-2 that are secreted by the effector T cells will be captured by these regulatory T cells. Thereby, the amount of free IL-2 that are present within the system will be reduced, and and this will reduce the activation rate of the T cells. And the other way that these regulatory T cells will cause the immune suppressions, is that once this IL-2 interact with this IL-2 receptors of these regulatory T cells, it will cause the activations of these regulatory T cells, and it will cause the proliferations of the more of the CD25 positive and CD4 positive T cells. And the more regulatory T cells are formed, and they can interact with this effector T cells and cause deactivations of this effector T cells, thereby controlling the amount of activated T cells or the activated immune cells within the system. These things usually occurs when the harmful things or foreign particles are being neutralized by this immune system, and this is necessary to control the hyperactivations of the immune cells. And in the patient where this system is not working properly, they are mainly became the they mainly have the disease which is commonly known as autoimmune disease. So in that case, what will happen, once the immune system is activated, and it will continue to remain activated even though the uh, harmful things has been neutralized, and the this will result in the more inflammations within the patient, and it will cause more complications to the patients. So both the functions, both the immune systems are important to maintain the homeostasis of the immune cells. And in the healthy patients, both of them functions in coordination with each other, and we have understood one of the relation that how the more activations of the effector cells will cause more proliferation of the regulatory T cells, and that will control the further activations of the effector cells. So I hope you understood the relationship and the homeostasis of the immune cells. If you need to understand more about this topic in detail, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.